Oh, we feel really good. I mean, the thing was, we came in a little bit late today, so we just arrived here 1 hour before the show. So we were in a really hurry to get everything working. But now when it's done, it's nice to relax, and of course, nice weather and great bands. So it's really great to be here.
Celebrate the Midsummer Festival thing. It's a really big thing in Finland. Everybody's having a party in Finland, and we just try to make the best of the time we have here in HELLFEST. Enjoy the shows and the company of wonderful people.
It's a pity that we only had time to play like 40 minutes, but other than that, it's great.
I think it's pretty much in line with two previous albums, Pariah's Child and the Ninth Hour. Yeah, so like stylistically, you can recognize that it's the same band. Of course, you can't go on the previous album, Stones Grow Her Name, because that was totally different kind of album once again. But definitely, we are building like a new line of albums with this third in line kind of thing. So I'm sort of, I think I'm pretty much too close to the creation process to still say anything definitive about the album, what it's like. But I love the songs, and stylistically, I think it's just in line. Pasi, you say something about how it like compares to the previous albums.
I think it's everything you just said about those. It's everything you just said. So
That's everything.
Yeah, I don't know. We live far away from everybody, so we have no clue. We live in the middle of the forest. But I think so I don't really know what's going on. But I think we still have a quite healthy metal scene in Finland, and we have had for many years with festivals like Tuska, for example, that everybody seems to know about. And so I think it's been a steady thing. Maybe a few years back it was really hyped up for a few years, and now it's back to where it's always been, which is just a solid scene.
Yeah, and for a long time it felt like we don't actually have any up-and-coming new great metal bands there, or rock bands for that matter, and suddenly we have Battle Beast and Beast in Black, for example, that are making great work. Everybody's getting to know the bands, they're touring and really coming, unless they're already arrived. So I'm really happy that the music is still alive, rock music is alive in Finland, although it's the popularity of it has gone down a little bit, I think. You know, we had this hip-hop thingy coming a little bit, like we had rap artists playing at the stadiums and shit like that, which is pretty awful if you ask me, but but you know, it's a ball and it goes round and round, and I think metal music is coming back definitely soon again. Well, I have to agree there, definitely, yes. We should play more dates here. I haven't actually even seen how our European tour is going to be this autumn. We're going to be touring in November, December, but...
Yeah, we are going to tour Europe with the new album, of course, like always, and the tour is going to start in the States, but then later this year we come to Europe, and of course we're going to play in France as well, so that will be revealed within a few weeks. We're going to release the dates. So.
We actually haven't seen the routing yet, any of the dates. We just know the time frame of the tour that's going to happen, but it's a mystery. But definitely we will play a few shows at least here in France and hopefully come back. Well, we didn't play any brand new tracks yet. The single Little Less Understanding just was released today, so we weren't really... we didn't want to play it yet because nobody has heard it. Not too many people have heard the song yet. So next week we'll start. Hopefully we'll start playing it. That's the idea, anyways.
Now we're gonna have to play it next weekend because.
Isn't that a good thing? You know, I'm forcing us to do that. So, but definitely, yeah, we're really eager to get the new songs in the set list as soon as they are released. And but now to answer your question, it was sort of combination without the brand new tracks. Although we had No Dream Can Heal a Broken Heart, which we haven't really played much live at all. So you continue.
Yeah, and
from
it's
here.
always, I mean, it doesn't get any easier. The more albums you have, the more you have to choose from. So it's harder and harder to choose the set list. And
Especially when you have like 40 minutes to play.
yeah,
We had
so
like
it's-
what,
Yeah.
6 songs today.
Yeah, exactly.
So
yeah, it's also
Only
on
6
festivals.
songs, so
It's really,
it's
really
difficult to-
tricky. I mean, at least on our own shows, we can play for 1.5 hours or something like that. So it's a little bit easier, but it's still hard. You know, this is our 10th album, so we're gonna have like, we have released 120 songs or something like that. So it's a lot to choose from.
holy shit. My band would be Queen, hands down. And the song, I don't know, difficult to say. Maybe one of the new ones. Or that's impossible.
I'd love to
Any-
hear Nightwish playing Don't Say a Word. That would be awesome to hear.
That's a good
With
one.
all the orchestra and stuff like that.
I like to hear Metallica playing Tallulah.
Maybe Greta Van Fleet playing I Have a Right.
Do they have to be alive? I would love to hear. I think maybe Jimi Hendrix play the Cage. That would be interesting.
Well, myself as a songwriter and a musician, I'm coming from more of the rock side of things, and I only got into metal music at an older age. Back in '99, I was like 24, or 22 years old. Actually, it was '97. Older age. When people start listening to metal music, they're usually at their early teens, I think, or something. And so I think I owe a lot of my musical inspiration to Queen. And since that, I've picked up little things from here and there, falling in love with different bands. And like Stratovarius, for example, we owe everything about what is power metal about Sonata Arctica. That comes from Stratovarius, and a little bit from Nightwish, and Rhapsody maybe even. And then a hell of a lot of weird stuff, like Devin Townsend being one. And well, you just pick everything. Choose your tiny inspiration from different bands, and the outcome is you, basically. So, I don't know, does that answer your question somehow? Thank you. Well, that's just one song. Definitely, you know, there are more themes about it. There's thematically, I think it's got some similarities to the previous album, The Ninth Hour, environmental issues and political things even here and there, although Henrik hates that, but we still have that there. And love, unhappy love, of course, you know, it's a great source of inspiration. I find it really difficult to write happy love songs for some reason. I've written one song called Love, and but, little less understanding for me originally when I wrote it. I was pretty sure that it's going to be a bonus track for Japan, but what do you know, same thing happened as with I Have a Right song, which I wrote as to be like a bonus track for Japan, but it became the first single from the album. And funny enough, this a little less understanding is sort of playing with the same theme as I Have a Right, about building up, growing up, raising your child the right way. But also, you know, I've already read some comments and heard from friends that you can also hear and understand this song from a very different point of view, like from human relationship, like older people's relationships, how you should break yourself free from things that are breaking you up, basically, and understand a little less. And maybe, you know, it's a complex song, and everybody, I hate to explain my songs what they really mean, because everybody can apply their own experiences and life, everything to the song and give it a new meaning that I could not even comprehend or understand. And everybody has their own way of seeing things and hearing things. So who am I to say what my songs are about, basically? I just can give one tiny view from a keyhole. Thank you. I'm just trying to count how many years ago that was. The different life, different times. That much I can remember easily, that the name Victoria's Secret, that was completely out of like getting attention, you know. Everybody knows Victoria's Secret, so I just wanted to get a lot of attention to the song, and hence the name. And it's basically the song is about, well, in some ways it's in the same vein as Little Less Understanding, breaking free, finding your happiness in some way, getting away from the bad things and building yourself a happy future.
Yeah, I think it's very different because everything is so much brighter during the day, and also, I mean, I would compare it like if you watch a show, there's always a different mood depending on if it's night or day or outside, inside, whatever. So of course that affects us as well. But as far as how we play, I don't think it's mattered that much. But of course, especially on a day like this when you come here a bit late and straight from the airport and straight on stage. It's a really weird feeling to try to understand what the hell we're doing, but I think yeah, I think it was nice when we got going, but it was a bit hectic before the show.
Meanwhile, in Finland, every show is like this pretty much, because we have midnight sun. We don't have dark times right now at all. Even during the middle of the night, we have daylight. So it doesn't really matter much which time of day you play. It gets a little bit colder during the night, but that's about it. Well, of course it's worrying. It should be worrying for everybody, basically, especially if you have.
As an artist.
Yeah, the future of this planet is on stake here, and we should make drastic changes the way we behave and treat this planet of ours. Especially, you should be concerned if you have small children, or children for that matter, any age, what kind of planet you're leaving to them. And to light things up a little bit, our children should be worried which kind of world they're going to leave to Keith Richards. Well, we're going to continue the summer festival thing. We have a lot of promotion things, interviews, obviously, because the album is coming out. And early September, when the album is getting out, released, we are starting our North American tour. And we come home from there, and we have a couple of shows in Finland, maybe 4 or something like that. And then the European tour kicks in before Christmas. And that's about it, pretty much. Well, it doesn't matter if you have one person watching or 100,000 for that matter, you know, it's the same show. It should be always the same show, you know. Of course, you might feel different inside, but the one person is just as important as 100,000 one persons, so, you know.
Well, that's an easy one. I mean, I've been a fan of Metallica, like everybody else, and I think it was back in 2006 we went to Estonia to watch them play. That was the tour when they played Master of Puppets, which is my favorite album. They played the whole album from beginning to end. So that's my favorite memory of watching somebody else's play. That was just really, really amazing. It was a great show and a great night.
For me, it's Dream Theater back in 1995 in Finland at Tavastia Club. And hopefully we can see them today again.
I have 2 shows actually to choose from. The first one is from 1997, Stradivarius Visions Tour in Oulu, Finland. And the second one is Queen, a couple of years ago in Helsinki. And that was a dream come true to see live. You know, it was simply amazing. Like,
I would say Joe Satriani played in Finland back in '98 or something like that. That was really touchy. And then also Steve Vai played in Finland '99, possibly. So like 20 years back. So those two.
Mine is Any Show when we were touring with SONATA 2000, and they were. It was Infinity Tour, and I saw almost 30 shows on stage. So yeah, for me it was like dream come true to see Jörg Michael playing every night. So yeah, Any Show from that tour.
Yeah, the acoustic thing was originally, I think we did like years ago, we did just a few songs in the show as acoustic, and then later on we played on some radio station, and so during the years we've done like a few acoustic songs here and there, and then a couple of years back we were once again going out playing festivals, and we didn't have a new album out, and we didn't have any ideas about what we should do, like because we wanted to do something different. So we decided to play some of the festivals as acoustic ones, and since it worked, then we tried again this spring, and played a club tour, and it worked also really well. So after we're done rocking this album, or maybe the next one, or whatever, I don't know the schedule yet, but eventually we're gonna revisit that thing, because it's something that's really different for us, and it's fun to do for a while, as long as you don't have to do it all the time, and so at the moment we're just really happy to be playing electric, and now starting to play the new stuff as well. But definitely the acoustic thing will be back eventually. I don't think we can avoid it.
Metal!